What drove you to study medicine, Doctor?
I know what it's like to feel suffocated by a disease. I wanted to help others avoid my fate.
I admire your compassion.
To be fair, it wasn't entirely selfless. I needed to learn biology to cure myself.
I believe you are a good man.
Thank you for saying so. But I was not always the man you know.
I do not need to know your past self to know your current worth.
That is a wonderful sentiment. Please pass that along to Blade. I think he missed the memo. What's the occasion? Well, I guess I don't care. You know, some bats eat fish. I should try that.
Hey!
You wanted to talk?
When you put it that way, it makes it sound like I'm in trouble. And not the fun kind.
Did you do something?
Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Open up those ear holes. Deadpool's gonna tell a story. Once upon a time, there was a handsome merc who had friends and family that loved him. But chaos and destruction followed him wherever he went, and it ended up hurting the people he cared about most. He waved goodbye and peaced out to live a life of solitude. The end. I'm still workshopping it, but I think it could be made into a movie.
It sounds like you have had it rough.
You know, you make the setup so easy, it's not fun sometimes.
I'm being serious. You have had hard experiences. Thank you for opening up to me.
See? It's almost unfair how the jokes write themselves. But, I figured you deserved to know where I'm coming from.
Do you feel better now that you have told me?
Give me 3 to 5 business days and I'll get back to you.
You put too much pressure on yourself.
Duh, don't you?
It is unavoidable at times, but I try my best not to.
Someone tell them they're in a video game, and the pressure is all an illusion. Ahem! A little pressure isn't so bad.
It keeps us in check.
And it feels great along my happy trail. Now you know my sob story. No more mushy-gushy talk, all right?
my symbiote's giant tongue lets us taste more flavors. Not in a creepy way. Howdy, partner. What's crackin'?
You seem quite brisk today.
Why shouldn't I be? Got a full 8 last night, just started a new supplement, and I've got a renewed outlook on my future.
I am glad to see you in high spirits.
Thanks. Although, I'm probably mostly just in a good mood because I started researching a new story.
A story?
I had this revelation. You know I'm a trained journalist. I get a thrill when I break open a big corporate conspiracy or report on a public good.
So, you want to do more reporting?
Yeah. We've been so busy fighting Lilin and vampires with a Y that I haven't had time. I'm feeling this itch in the back of my head telling me to get out there and dig up some dirt.
You have my blessing.
Ah, good. Because I've already started. I want to look into Dracula's history with the new breed vampires. What was his grand plan? How did he get into a feud with Mephisto? And is it true that a secret cabal of vampires controls the internet?
That all sounds interesting.
Probably shouldn't say anything more at this point. You never know who could be listening.
In the Abbey? No one can spy on us here.
Exactly. Wink, wink. Let's keep this between us, okay?
So, Eddie, I overheard what you said about the Dracula investigation.
Ah, crap. You're the last person that wanted to hear that. Look, I'm sure you think it's a bad idea, but...
No. Do you maybe, I don't know, need another set of hands on this?
You want to help me?
Yeah, just like old times.
The old times where you got me fired from my dream job?
Okay, like...
I still say we should have built a firing range first. Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Yo, Hunter. Your love life is pretty dull, right?
Rude.
No, I mean it as a good thing. I'm over the second-hand relationship drama going around. Peter asked me about every text he sends to his girl. Is it too long, too short, too soon, too late, too needy, too cool? Why didn't she reply? I sent it 5 seconds ago. Blade doesn't even use full sentences. He pops out of nowhere, sits down and goes, "Some women." What does that mean, some women? Are what? Vampires? Space captains?
How about your own relationships?
No troubles whatsoever, because my motto is communication, communication, communication.
So you were saying the ghostwriter does not ghost?
No ghosting, also no dating. But you didn't ask, so let's assume I've got plenty of options lining up to date me.
I do not doubt it. If I look out the window right now, I am sure I will see the line stretching all the way from Los Angeles.
Hunter, putting me through my paces.
We're really getting to know each other.
What's up, Hunter?
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details. How's it going, boss? Do I even want to know where you got this? This is some of my best work. Find more coil, send it my way.
I am not used to seeing vampires in a chapel. Even Blade rarely comes here.
Naturally. Most vampires wouldn't be caught dead in a place like this.
I think you mean caught undead.
Yes, of course. Regardless, I am not like most vampires.
Because you're a living vampire?
Well, that's part of it. My powers come from a perversion of science, so I do not share the vampiric weaknesses. But our differences run deeper than that.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, I do not abide by their foolish traditions. Most vampires are superstitious stooges, hissing at crosses and flinching whenever they feel a drop of water. I do not believe in many of the common dark magics. Most paranormal events can be explained through the magic of science.
You have seen Nico cast blood magic. Ileana was raised by demons, and you are currently standing in a pocket dimension.
Do you see me as a fool? I think you misunderstand my point. Even advanced technology looks like magic to those who do not understand it.
All right, please explain.
As I see it, the universe is governed by fundamental rules like gravity and nuclear fusion. Science and magic are just two ways of tapping into and manipulating those rules. So, I'm not saying the paranormal world does not exist. I merely believe most people give it too much credence. In the end, science is more powerful than a spell.
Our foes are innumerable and supremely powerful. We need to use every tool at our disposal.
Ah, now I see why Blade is here. He is both creepy and a tool. Wait, please don't tell him I said that.
I do not understand. What does it mean to call someone a tool?
It is a compliment.
Ah, so you do not wish to let Blade know you hold him in high esteem?
Yes, exactly that.
Time to take it to the next level. Not everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way. Peace.
Thanks, Hunter. Salutations.
Aw, who is a good kitty?
Someone either moved my test.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Getting word of another attack. Vampires in Central Park. Right before dawn. Can you imagine?
Dawn.
I knew this was coming. Just not so soon.
The city is in enough chaos.
We'll handle it. No problem.
Ah, Blade. Ever the optimist, hmm?
Look at them. The sun will be up any minute now. They don't seem to care.
Then let's make them care.
Many before you have tried and failed.
Safe in Central Park again.
Yes, I'm afraid they'll have to cancel their picnics and ball games for today.
I'm sure they're more worried about surviving.
As they should be.
Your time has come. You were too weak for this fight. I am impressed. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Feel my call. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
It's on!
Oh, that was something. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
They're mine.
Take advantage while they focus on me.
My resolve is unbroken. I know this must pain you, Blade, to see your turf overrun like this. All that work.
Kinda seems like you're trying to piss me off.
Am I that transparent? In honesty, I heard you fight harder when you're angry.
That tactic myself, Doctor. As you can see, he doesn't always buy it.
Or maybe I only play along when I feel like it. I'll make quick work of
They cannot possibly match your strength.
you. You've left me new. I think you got him.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
I smell it.
They do not fear the sun.
I'll give them something to fear.
No. Allow me!
So, the wait is finally over. How long has it been since you felt the sun on your face, Dracula?
Centuries. The better part of a millennium, in fact. But you already knew that, Blade. And thanks to your unlikely ally, Dr. Morris, I will bask in the dawn for eternity.
I cannot allow that! Remember who started.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Time's up for these chumps. Leave here alive. Let's do it! So be it.
My children will finally know true freedom. The power to rule the day just as easily as we rule the night.
You rule the night? Maybe it's some rat hole. But New York is my town.
That is all about to change. Just as it began, your legacy ends with the rising sun.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are ready. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
About time.
Return to your mother.
It sounds to me like they just missed their mama. More of them dropping in.
To think I've come full circle. My salvation and my curse all began with you.
A common refrain from vampires who haven't yet accepted their profound gift.
Not everyone wants to feed on the innocent. Should understand.
I understood perfectly well. I just don't indulge in weakness.
Don't play.
Is that really the best you can do?
So be it.
Lost children, you disappoint us, betray us, shed the blood of your own.
No one hurts you more than family.
Join us in the light. We won't ask again.
You won't. But not for the reason you think.
I don't understand. Why aren't you?
To mass-produce the serum, you diluted my sample. Yes, it protected you from the sunlight, but each use of your powers burned more of it away. You are, as they say, running on fumes. And when those expire, so do you.
This isn't over.
It is, for now. Unless you'd care to stay for a walk in the park.
Back to the sewer, where he belongs.
Are you disappointed we didn't destroy him?
Nah, he always comes back. But knowing he's got to live with that humiliation almost makes it worth knowing you.
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
For once, my failure of science has worked to our advantage. Congratulations, Hunter. Dracula's vampires suffered a major loss today.
You deserve the credit, Doctor. You did good work today.
The sunlight serum is so diluted it no longer poses a threat. The vampires have been cast back into the night, where they belong. I don't think I can properly express my relief. Hunter, if you had not been there to lean on throughout all this, I do not know how I would have survived.
This plague of vampires put stress on the whole team. We supported each other.
You are too kind. I'm glad I found such a welcoming family of heroes. And about that, Hunter, you should know that I will remain committed to the Midnight Sun's greater mission. You all helped me in my time of need. It is only fair that I return the favor.
Your support is much appreciated.
Marvelous. But before we move on, we must make one final decision regarding the sunlight serum.
We?
Oh, yes. I value your guidance. My prototype sample is no more, but I still possess my research notes. I could continue my experiments in the hopes of curing myself and maybe others. Unless the risk of it falling into the wrong hands seems too great.
If a cure is possible, you should continue to look for it. If someone tries to exploit your research again, we will be here to stop them.
I was hoping you would feel that way. I can't wait to get back to work. After this business with Lilith is settled, of course. Thank you for your help, Hunter.
If we run into those vampires again, they'll be roadkill.
I don't know if I could have reversed the effects of the sunlight serum with my magic. It's best that it didn't come to that.
Ah, so the vampires turned tail and ran into the night, where they can attack us from the shadows. This was a win, right?
It seemed a bit touch and go for a minute with Dracula, but when hasn't it?
You were right, Blade. Morbius proved very useful today.
You know, even I'm impressed that he stared down Dracula.
So, did the two of you bury the hatchet?
We're not exactly friends, but I appreciate his experience in the field.
Sounds like someone is developing a grudging respect for the living vampire.
Okay, sure. Just don't tell him I said that.
You know, grudging respect is the first step to real friendship.
It's time to drop this, Hunter.
It seems we can finally put this ordeal with Morbius's serum behind us.
Thankfully, we have more important things to focus on now.
Hunter, thank you for not being overly harsh with Morbius.
I only did what seemed to be right at the time.
I would say you are wise beyond your years, but you have more years than most of us put together. Maybe that's what makes you so discerning.
And still no wrinkles.
Indeed. I am just glad that Morbius found some peace of mind. I am familiar with that journey. It's not easy. Be proud of your part in that, Hunter. Despite his setback, do not consider Dracula defeated. He has survived centuries for a reason.
Hey, a win is a win. Doesn't matter if the sun did most of the work for us.
So vampires aren't immune to the sun anymore? Make up your minds, people.
So I hear we kicked Dracula's undead butt? That's freaking awesome.
I wish all vampire threats were this easy to dismantle. I can't believe I'm saying this aloud, but I think I figured out Dracula's master plan.
Go on.
There is a Lilith connection, but it's not direct. Dracula is acting like he knows the world is coming to an end. Didn't expect him to be an apocalypse prepper, but here we are. Think of every play he's backed so far. Some of his plans overlap, right?
I had noticed that.
That's because he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't matter what plans fail. As long as one succeeds, he wins. The good news is, we're foiling his plans faster than he's setting them in motion. If we keep nipping these buds, he'll have nothing left. Let's debrief on the latest. Looks like Dracula's plan went up in smoke. See what I did there?
I do. Is the sunlight serum truly gone?
Dracula still has a supply, but it's barely effective, as you experienced. For a master plan, this one was a real dud.
Dr. Morbius may have a different opinion.
Hey, if he deems it a bigger threat than I think it is, I'm happy to run it down. But for now, Central is tracking all mention of the Sunlight Serum or anything like it. Unless it finds something, I think we're done here. Anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
See? I told you Morbius would come through for us. And I kept telling myself over and over until I believed it.
See? Blade is right. Nothing is better than the smell of burnt vampires.
Time flies when you're fighting demons. Hardly feels like 2 months have passed. I'm sure I could have formulated an anti-sunlight serum with time, but I'm glad I didn't have to.
Hey, Charlie Whirly Puppy Face.
What do you think of Dracula hit by the Morbus? Yeah, I'm workshopping headlines. For an article I probably can't write. It's just instinct.
Agatha is lucky to have you. He sees our path.
If an experiment is dangerous, I get more interested.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
Sup?
Hunter.
I'm more durable than I look.
See you around.
I save most of my frustration for Lilith.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
How's it going, boss? Aim to the right. Sometimes, I even impress myself. Don't forget to write.
Need a pick-me-up? Farewell, Hunter.
Think Dr. Strange knows no pain, no gain.
Now I feel truly...
Later.
Thanks, Hunter.
It's good to have you around again. Hunter, hello.
Hunter, my fighting half. You know.
The Hulk.
I hate to admit that I need him, but I do.
But his actions are a wrecking ball on my personal life, and the rest of the world. How has your, hunting affected your loved ones?
Caretaker takes pride in my hunting, but she can be quite the harsh critic.
The Midnight Suns just might be the strangest family affair I've joined, but it's not the oddest thing to happen to me. Once I had to fight a version of myself from an alternate future who called himself the Maestro. You know, when I was a PhD candidate, any part of that last sentence would have gotten me laughed out of academia.
When we see ourselves reflected in a dark mirror, it feels truer than flesh.
That's putting it mildly. Hopefully, though, it'll be the last time we ever see Demon Hulk.
Hello?
Hey kid, a mutual friend needs our help.
Logan? But how did you get...
I have my ways. Look, you want to help or not?
Depends on the friend.
Aurora Monroe.
Oh, of course. I'm free now.
Good. You know where to find us.
Where the trouble is.
Eliana, thank you for coming.
Aurora, you can always count on me.
A friendship for all seasons is a powerful thing. Thank the goddess for that. We miss you at the school. You are always welcome home.
I found my home with the Midnight Suns. But that does not mean I leave friends behind. What is the problem?
A year ago, the professor detected a mutant living here with dormant abilities. I met with her, a fierce young woman named Dahlia, and invited her to attend Xavier's school. She declined. The orphanage was all she knew. I came here today to see if she had changed her mind, but according to the orphanage, she disappeared 3 months ago.
Let me guess. As soon as her powers manifested.
It's my fault. I didn't want to push her, to take her away from the only place she felt safe. I thought she could hide in plain sight a bit longer. I was wrong.
You did what you thought was right. As you always do.
Dahlia would never harm another person. And now she slipped through the cracks. Another ghost in the wind.
This city is not kind to its ghosts.
Especially not when it's infested with vampires.
That's why we're gonna find her before they do.
They already found us.
Protect the children, at any cost. As if preying on the innocent wasn't enough for them. They come for the most vulnerable.
I would call them cowards, but they are just mindless scavengers looking for an easy meal.
I've got something they can chew on right here.
Ah, Logan. Together again. Just like old times.
Elements bow to me.
Good work. More than there are worse things than death, and I can make them happen for you.
Bad luck.
Very effective.
This is what you came for.
Whatever works for you.
Hope you're ready. I'm gonna wreck you.
It's the best I can do for now.
I've put down a lot better marks than you.
I should have been more vigilant. Dahlia was on her own here, alone with her burgeoning abilities.
There was only so much you could do. Think how many mutants have faced the same difficulties.
All of them.
It seems a requirement of our upbringing to face such undeserved
It falls to us to ensure that doesn't happen. Not here, not anywhere. At least we got here in time to protect the children.
Why bother protecting society's dregs? Hmm? It is beneath your stature.
Beneath me, all I see is you.
The new breed vampires are an evolution, just as mutants were before them. But vampires continue to grow. Mutants remain tethered to humanity, a broken branch on the evolutionary tree. These cast-offs are not your family. They are fuel. There is a food chain, and it is time we ate up.
Surely see it. Just as mutants push humanity ever closer to the ash heap, so too will this new breed. It is the natural order of this world.
There is nothing natural about what you've done.
Any mutant seeking to dominate humanity does not speak for us.
Ah, that is your mistake, not mine.
Look to the skies.
That will do. As they say, it gets the job done.
You sure about that?
Face your end.
Good work.
By her command.
Looks like they call for help.
If you were truly evolved, you would see how your actions against those who cannot defend themselves are misguided.
Oh, does humanity shed a tear for their countless meals? Do they care about their meat?
One does not justify the other. Your mind is twisted.
Or maybe I am seeing things more clearly than ever. Ready? Trifle with your end. You shouldn't cry. Embarrass yourself. Should I be afraid? Very effective. Completely done.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
A change of mind.
We serve until the end.
This world has a new apex. I will waste no more time. Greater numbers will not save you.
Knock it off.
We will not allow you to spread this plague across the world.
My kind have little to fear from you. We are the future!
They're not scared yet. They better get started.
Your fear is palpable. Not done with me.
Are you prepared?
As they say, it gets the job done.
We prevail. For now.
was a quarter of my power. I'm glad the training stayed with you.
The danger room left an impression. As you did with Sin. She won't be back.
It's why she was here in the first place that concerns me.
Agreed. This is bigger than us. If we're going to take on Sin...
And find Dahlia.
We need reinforcements.
Most of the X-Men are off-planet dealing with the Shi'ar brood war.
Don't worry. The Midnight Suns will help.
Storm, is it?
Indeed. You must be the hunter. Magic told me about you.
Why does that make me nervous?
Nothing but good things, I promise. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. I must say, this place is unlike anything I've seen before. There is an air of mystery and wonder, but it feels welcoming and safe all at the same time. How curious.
The Abbey is special. It even holds secrets that I have not uncovered.
Sounds unique indeed. I can already see the similarities between here and Xavier's school. Speaking of, what do you think is the most interesting part of the Abbey?
Those who reside here make each day interesting and fresh.
Yes, the people are the lifeblood of a community. I can say the same for Xavier's school as well. The students are all colorful characters.
There's never a dull moment in these halls.
If there was ever silence, I would grow worried. Apologies. I have been dominating the conversation. Have you any questions for me?
Yes, I have a few.
By all means, ask away.
Can you tell me about your background?
I won't go into too much detail, but I was left orphaned as a child. I learned how to fend for myself and became a skilled pickpocket.
You stole from others?
To survive, and it worked. I scraped by. After a few years, my mutant abilities presented themselves, and I was approached by Xavier to join the X-Men. The rest is history.
I feel like you are leaving some parts out.
Perhaps. My past is just that. It is behind me, and I prefer to focus on what is ahead.
I saw bright lights coming from your hands. What was that?
It's a little complicated, but I have the power to control the weather and atmosphere. What you saw back there was electricity.
Wow, that is amazing. Now I understand the meaning behind your name.
Thunder and lightning don't roll off the tongue as easily.
You said your powers are complicated. May I ask how?
Maybe I'll go into full detail another time, but let's just say I can't mess with Mother Nature too much.
I see. Like checks and balances?
Exactly.
What is your given name?
Aurora Monroe. What about yours?
The Hunter.
Short and sweet. I like it.
Does your name hold any significance like mine does?
I was told it meant beauty. A little embarrassing, but I understand the intent.
I changed my mind.
The offer still stands.
Storm's as good as they come.
We'll find Dahlia. Until then, I'm gonna try not to embarrass myself in front of Storm. Wish me luck.
It'll be nice having another mutant around. Especially someone on good terms with magic.
Magic must really admire Storm. I haven't seen her this chipper since, well, ever.
Sin messed up big time trying to bite magic. Heard Storm put her in her place.
I wish I'd seen the look on Sin's face after she was bested by Storm.
The Storm is joining us? I wish it were under better circumstances, but still. Ugh, I'm fangirling pretty bad right now.
I hope we locate Dahlia soon. A new mutant on their own. It is a difficult life. So, what do you think of Storm?
I am eager to work alongside her.
She has that effect on people.
Even on you.
She was my mentor. Of course I respected her. But it had to be earned first. Some leaders blather on to avoid making tough decisions. But not Storm.
She did not go into much detail about the extent of her powers, but they sound impressive.
Impressive? She is 100% grade A badass.
100 badasses. Got it.
Ah, you are hopeless.
Real shocking turn of events, eh, Hunter? The storm puns are brewing, don't you worry.
Sin's actions are reckless. And this is coming from me.
Glad to have Storm on the team. Hopefully we can find her missing student-to-be. Anything else on your mind?
Thank.
Yeah, if magic respects Storm, that says a lot about her character.
We can't allow Sin to continue her reign of terror.
Losing a student is never easy. We'll find Dahlia, I'm sure of it.
Hello, Hunter. I hope you are well.
I was hoping to ask you some questions.
By all means, ask away.
Good girl, Charlie.
I put out some feelers for Dahlia. Kid won't be missing for long.
I wonder if I can put some feelers out, scare up a few leads on Dahlia.
Feeling good today, girl? nitrate.
Blood is mostly water.
Glad to see you're adjusting. I'm a bit out of sorts. I don't have anything to do at the moment. Am I actually having a bit of downtime?
Seems like it.
I don't know what to do with myself.
If you truly have downtime, then I suggest that you sleep. A good rest can be more powerful than the most potent elixir.
I've brewed some pretty powerful elixirs in my time, but I couldn't tell you the last time I got a full 8 hours rest. What about you?
I was dead for hundreds of years. The most restful time ever.
Yes, well, I hope I can get the rest without the dying.
I do not think you will have to wait long for some other crisis to appear.
Yes, I think you are right. I should cherish this time while I have it. For the moment, I will just be.
Don't worry.
All right, then.
Hunter?
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? This is some of my best work. I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here.
Always a pleasure. Farewell.
Need a pick-me-up?
That's fantastic. What do you have?
Last year, a guy broke into the Central Park Zoo and tried to feed on the animals. I just got the police transcript of his interrogation. He admits to being a vampire and talks about Dracula's underwater base at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't know how to break this to you, but I helped cover that story for the Bugle. The guy wasn't a vampire. He swallowed a pound of MGH.
MGH?
Mutant growth hormone. Gives you temporary powers, but turns your brain into a mosh pit? Yeah, he probably didn't know what he was saying.
Incredible.
It is?
Yeah. I had no idea the powers that be organized such an obvious cover-up. Thanks, Parker. Gonna keep digging. Where there's vamp smoke, there's vamp fire. Yeah, you get it?
Yeah, jokes are kind of my... happy to help.
Evildoers beware.
How are you, Hunter?